Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Brunskills Farms. I'm Mariah, and I'm getting a bit of a late start today because today is dog food making day. So last night I put a chicken in the slow cooker, boiled it down, and this morning I kind of went through and took it all apart, took all the bones out. Gosh, I'm tired. And I now have my rice on the stove. So in the rice, there's also 1 pound of bison meat. So I boiled the bison meat, got it cooked. I didn't cook it with the rice. And then I poured the fat and juice and stuff from the chicken from the slow cooker, and I put it in the pot. Now I can put the recipe for you in the description if you want, but basically we've started using the chickens, all those roosters we processed last spring, fall, midsummer. We processed 30 roosters, and I'm finding that one chicken is working per week. So I gave some of the roosters to my son and my grandson and stuff, and they took them home and they've been eating them and stuff. But we just don't actually eat a lot of chicken, and I was actually quite surprised to find out how much we don't eat. So I've started to use them for dog food. Now, we stopped buying dog food with chicken in it because Riley would have a reaction. But what I've noticed is if I've given him leftovers there's chicken, there's no reaction. He hasn't been having a reaction to it. So I don't think he has an issue with chicken. I think he has an issue with processed dog food that has chicken in it. So I'm doing something a little bit different. We're doing chicken in the with rice and carrots and sweet potato and pumpkin, and they still get their egg. And I am still supplementing with dog food. So they get, Riley gets a cup of dog food, Bella and Gunner get a half a cup of dog food, and then Jack gets a cup and a half every morning. And then in the evenings, here we are. These are the pucks that I've been making. So this is Jack's, it's 2 cups. Bella and Riley should actually be getting the same, which is about a cup and a half. And then Gunner, a 1 cup. So in this cup, there's 2 parts rice with 1 part meat. Now the difference with the bison is the 2 parts rice will also have bison meat in it. But remember the rice the rice is cooked in the bone broth from the chicken. There's 1 part carrot, half a part of the pumpkin and sweet potato. So, and that's it. That's all that's in it. You can see the carrots and stuff. You can really, the sweet potato and the pumpkin is a puree. So you can't, it goes in there. That's kind of one of the binders, the wet that kind of binds it all together when I put it in. So this is going to cook here for probably another 30 minutes because it is a brown rice. It's a whole brown rice, and it takes a while. So it's on, I brought it up to a boil. Now it's down to a simmer. If I leave the lid on, it'll simmer, but so it's down to a simmer, and I'll leave that there for another 20 or 30 minutes. So today is minus 16 out. Wind chill, we've got a fair amount of wind, so it feels like it's minus 21. It snowed a little bit last night, but it's not snowing now. I'm on my way out to the barn to check on my girls. I gotta feed pigs, do chickens. I'm gonna do the chickens first, and then carry on with my day and finish the dog food, and I'll show you what the end product looks like when I'm done. Got a little bit of discharge, but that's been going on for a while. If I touch her udder, she'll jump. But you can see It's there. It hasn't gotten any bigger. It's okay, my girl. I've left you alone. So I don't think it's today. But what I have done today, oh, there's my other glove, is I have set up my baby monitor. I'm going to I'm going to put the gate up so that I have that there. And so then it's ready to go. And I'll probably actually put the bedding down. I've got it here. I haven't put it down because they still had free access to that space. So I'll probably put the bedding down now and get that going. Dragonfly has no show on an udder. Liz has a little tiny udder, but she's still a week away. Luna has a bigger udder than Dragonfly. But Luna shouldn't actually be giving birth until the 15th of April. But this will be her third freshening because Juliet was from her first. And we don't have any of them from the second. So I'm hoping that that happens quickly. So I think just by putting her in her own stall, giving her an opportunity just to sleep might be helpful for her. Come on, my girl, inside. No, come on. Before the rest of them realize the gate's open. Oh, here comes Liz. Come on, in. Liz, go on. Come on, this is hard to do with one arm. Come on, my girl. Look how big she is. She's huge. Come on, you. Get in there. Thank you. Okay, so now that I'm back inside, we got everything done out there. I said earlier it wasn't snowing, but guess what? It's snowing again. So, but it's warmed up. It's only minus 13 now instead of minus 16, so that's always a plus. So, it's been about an hour. So the rice is now done. I'll zoom out a bit here. The rice is now done. So then the next step is I come over and I do the carrots, sweet potato and pumpkin. Now I don't have any sweet potatoes, so today I'm going to use a couple of apples. Now these are huge carrots that I got at the store. So we only need about 4. I'm just going to chop them up and I'm going to put them in my food processor. And then I'm going to put apples in. It's really important that you don't put any of the apple seeds in. I also don't give the apple seeds to the pigs. So it doesn't have to be like completely, it doesn't have to be completely and totally mulched, right? Like you can, there's some fairly good sized chunks in there. And I just pour that in with the carrot. I mix it. And then the last thing I add in here is pumpkin. Now this is pumpkin I did on the farm last fall. Just kind of the last of it. Ugh, messy. And there's about 2 cups in there. Oh, Gunnar can smell it. He's just woken up from his nap. And then I mix that. And put that aside. One of the things I did notice with my chicken is instead of leaving it all chunky and trying to cut it up with a knife, I throw it into the processor, give it a whiz or two. Okay, and over to the rice. It's also nice to get your hands in there because then you can feel if you've missed any of the chicken bones. Now this is still a little bit too hot for me to make the pucks. So I'm gonna let it cool down and I'll come back to it after. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. Had my lunch, had a shower, and now it's cool enough that we can do this. So typically all I do is I take out baking sheets with my liners and I'll put one sheet down for Jack, one sheet down for Riley, one sheet down for Gunner. Well, Riley and Bella have the same, so I can actually just do the hair. So I'll do Jack's, Gunner's on separate, and then I'll put parchment paper on top, and I will do Riley and Bella. So where did Graham put my, there it is. So there should be 7 per dog. Actually, we have leftover peas. I'll just throw those in there. Okay. And then if I have more than 7, great. This is quite a bit bigger of a batch than what I normally make because we did put the bison in here. So Jack's literally a big heaping cupful. Works out to about 1.5 cups-ish. Okay. So there's 6 for Jack. I'm gonna put this over here. So I'm gonna put 1 on Gunner's tray. Okay. So Gunner's tray, Gunner gets a level cup. So there's Jack's and Gunner's done. And I'll stick those ones right into the freezer and I'll get them frozen here. And then with Bella and Riley, I'm just gonna put it out on parchment paper and then I'll put it on the top of it's very long. I'll put it on top. So there's gonna be 14 of the next ones. And these ones here, so like Jack was a heaping scoop like this, and theirs will just be a heaping scoop, but just like that. 1. So there you have it. So part of the reason why we've started doing this is with the dogs, is having 4 dogs has not been inexpensive when it comes to dog food. And we've been buying top quality brands, high protein, good for the guardian dog. Plus with Gunner being a mini schnauzer, we have to be careful of fat content for pancreatitis and stuff like that. So we've been really cognitive of the types of food that we've been buying. And doing the budget and the cost and everything else for last year, realized we're spending $900 a month on dog food. And that's a lot. That's almost more than what we're spending on our food. So what I've noticed since doing this, we've now been doing this 3 weeks, is our dog food intake the dog food that we purchase has dropped by 1/3. So that's $300 a month. The cost of doing this right now, because we have the chicken and we have the bison, is costing us $5 a week. So I've taken the cost of our dog food from $300 a month down to $620 a month. So I still got a ways to go. This is all new because I don't know how much of this they need. Like if I can give them 2 pucks a day and that's adequate and I don't have to supplement with the actual dog food, we'll go to that, and we'll be looking at $100 a month for dog food. So that's why we're doing this. It's also healthier for the dogs. So there's that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will put the recipe that I use in the description. And the reason why I'm using the apple and pumpkin and stuff like that, it's high in vitamins, fiber, stuff like that, and helps with their stomach and their digestion. But you can do your own research. There's lots of recipes out there. Just make sure you find one that your dog will actually eat. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time, hopefully with some baby kids.